Welcome back to a new Boom Beach video. Before we jump into it, I just want to mention we're giving away 2 iTunes or Google Play $20 gift cards over the next 3 weeks each week. So we're giving $120 away total in our Discord server, and it's all because of you guys using code COSMIC. So make sure you're using code COSMIC to help support us. Guys, today we're going to be diving into tanks as a low-level combination. I'll be giving you some tips, I'll be giving you some tricks, and hopefully we'll get a bunch of wins in today's video. These are my statues. Go the offense route is my biggest advice for low levels, and here we go. Let's just jump into it and get some wins under our belt. So the biggest thing with tanks is flanking the base. So many low-level players, and activating Dr. Kavan there was a mistake, but so many low-level players don't really know how to flank the base, or they design their base in a way that makes flanking super easy. So the goal of designing your base is to defend against as many different combinations as you possibly can. And just the way the combinations differ, it's going to be really hard to combat multiple combinations unless you have a shield generator. If you have a shield generator, you can get away with it because you can make your base anti-tanks, but the shield generator makes it anti-warrior. Tanks, though, are very hard to defend against, even at a low level. So my top combinations I give people for low level Boom Beach after you unlock smoke is tanks, warriors, all Zukas. Those are the top 3 combinations. If you master them, you're going to do extremely well, and you can push up very far if you grab yourself offensive statues and upgrade stuff in an offensive way. So that's what I would recommend upgrading. Also in the Armory, which I do want to show you my Armory here in a second, because I want to show you the levels of some of my troops, and you might be a little disappointed because some of the levels of my other troops that I don't use are very low, and that's okay. Gold is pretty scarce. Well, it was scarce before I started pushing on this account, but here we go. Here's my Armory, and you can see my rifleman. I'm just going to go through each of these. A ton of people on our Discord server wanted the levels of my troops. So this is me giving you the levels of all these different troops and artillery and gumbo energy and stuff. So that is, I have level 1 mines and level 1 boom mines also. So that, don't judge me too much, guys. But let's jump into the next base. We have a level 41 here, and this is a base that I always tell people who send me base design tips not to make a base like this because it would be too easy to flank. This one in particular, I don't really know if a lot of people would go the flanking route just because it takes so much more time. But just to show you all how bad flanking can be on your base design, if you have a ton of support buildings behind your core, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna flank this player. They're not gonna know what hit them, and I'm gonna get around their base. Now, having such a low level and actually activated, oh, that was a mistake. Okay, we're fine. I didn't want Dr. Kavan to die, but Dr. Kavan died. But you know what? It really doesn't matter because literally none of these defenses are really gonna be able to hurt me. I'm gonna take down a bunch using gumbo energy, and the rest will just be a nice, easy clear. So flanking bases is a very big deal, but knowing how to flank bases is also a big deal. Like I said, don't put your offensive buildings and support buildings behind the core like this. I'm just gonna grab all that free energy. I would say collapse it down and put it on the sides or mix it into your base design. It gets very complicated. That's why I'm not upgrading my my residences, my gold mines basically, because I don't want, if I get to that point where I am trying to push on this account, having less support buildings would be nice because the opponent's not going to be able to grab as much stuff for energy. So that's my thought process. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if top level players like having those extra support buildings or don't like it. I would assume they probably like it if I'm being honest, because they all have it. Like, easy, one of them could start a new account, farm it up, and not have it, and be at an advantage if it gave you an advantage. But we're going to check the cannon. We did lose 1 tank, which kind of sucks, but it's pretty good considering this player is 5 levels higher than me. 1 tank isn't the biggest deal in the world, but it does suck when you have or when you don't have instant training. I have instant training, so it's not a big deal. So this player has ice, a lot of ice, and it would be a very easy attack to come in and use warriors, but I think I'm gonna try to take them out using tanks. The biggest thing is we have to take down the shock blaster with low level artillery. Ouch. Okay, we might have to rethink our strategy here. This is taking too much artillery. Oh man, I might lose some tanks here. I'm gonna lose some tanks here. It's just how many will I lose? I'm just saving up. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Get a flare up. Trying to avoid the boom mines, guys. The boom mines can, I'm guessing his boom mines, just from his base design and stuff, are pretty high level. Let's get some riflemen. Okay, we lost one tank. And we revived it, so it's all good. It's not all good, because if I didn't have instant training, it would be very bad. What is that shock? Why am I so bad at that? Okay. I'm losing a couple more now. And the boom cannon is in range. Was not expecting that. We'll be able to find a park, and we'll be able to take down the core without the boom cannon hitting some of my troops. I would say it's pretty good, considering this player had a shock blaster. I don't really know how I would combat this base differently if I tried to avoid the shock blaster. It's okay. We're going to be able to beat them, but it would have been a lot easier if we just brought warriors. If low-level players like these had shield generators, that would honestly suck, because I wouldn't be able to use warriors. But honestly, if they don't have any other prototypes besides the shield generator, I would still be able to defeat them using tanks. So I guess it's not the biggest deal in the world. A very sloppy hit. We lost all but 2 of our tanks, but it's okay because we defeated the player. Now let's grab ice shards and we'll move on to our next base. I really want to attack someone who's higher in levels. When you're a low level and you're trying to push, but you're coming across players that you can't destroy and you don't know what to do, and it's just not a good strategy. So a lot of people would tell you just drop medals. But if you think about it, how are you gonna drop medals? Because the common way players would drop medals is putting their headquarters on their beach. But if you're a low level, literally no player 10 levels higher than you is gonna have a problem with your base. It's just not gonna happen. So if you're a low level, putting your core on the beach isn't gonna make you drop medals faster. It's just not gonna happen. So really, the only way to actually drop medals is to stop playing. So then it comes down to if you want to quit Boom Beach to drop medals. And I just don't see the point in that. It doesn't make sense to me. I would never purposefully quit Boom Beach just to drop medals in Boom Beach. It just doesn't make sense. If I want to do good in Boom Beach, I'm gonna just play it and grind it out. I don't know. That's just the way I work. And that one boom cannon was not taken down. You know what? Let's just flare to the boom cannons. Something I should have done earlier. A big thing with boom cannons is if there's not a lot of defenses behind them, flaring to them, taking them out, and then flaring back is probably the best idea. And that's definitely what I should have done in the last base. But when I realized it, it's probably a little too late to go back and flare to that, because I only had a couple tanks left. So if there's boom cannons around the core, flare to them, take them out. Also, let's talk about hero to bring. Now, I do have Captain Everspark, and I could bring Everspark if I wanted to. And Everspark is good, don't get me wrong, but I just like having some sort of healing power for my tanks. And a lot of players will bring medics. Medics are fine. I just don't have medics upgraded, so it's not really gonna benefit me to have a couple low-level medics. Okay, so we're gonna bring Everspark because I just unlocked, or I guess I unlocked explosive charges. I really need to push for universal remote so I can start doing something in operations, because as of now I'm literally doing nothing in operations and it sucks. So let's see if this boom cannon latches on. No, it doesn't. So here's the deal. Everspark is good. I like Everspark. Everspark stands around where your tanks stand. but man, at a low level, she's not spawning that many riflemen. I didn't even realize that or think about that. At a high level, Everspark's awesome. She'll just go pew 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 and drop so many critters, but at a low level like this, she's really not doing a lot, and a bunch of my tanks are already very close to dying, which is not good. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take down this one cannon. Perfect. Drop a flare over. So this is a predicament here, because I need to take down the shock launcher to take down the core. So how am I gonna work my way over towards the shock launcher? I think I'm gonna try to avoid the boom cannon still, or maybe shock it or something, and walk along the top side. I just want to soak in as much energy as I possibly can. Are you kidding me? That one tank is so close to dying. But I'm gonna soak in as much energy as I possibly can, and then I'm gonna flare down, take down the shock launcher, or maybe I don't even need to. That was bad. I waited a little too long to drop that redirect flare. So here's what we're gonna do. Boom surprise is up, drop the shock down. The boom surprise is gonna be shocked. We need to take down the sniper towers on the top, because when we go down, I know they look innocent, guys, but they are not innocent. Sniper towers just are not. Those high level sniper towers at this level are gonna rip you apart. Okay, perfect. I have so many critters right now, I really don't have to flare down. I shocked. I got more critters coming in. There's really not a lot of splash up in there. We are gonna be fine without taking down the shock launcher, and this is gonna be a very, very, very beautiful hit, flanking the base yet again. That's the only thing. I would say Everspark is good for bases that are really spread out like this, but there's something about Dr. Gavan just casting a healing spell on your troops that just makes me feel like he's doing more than Everspark, and I'm really glad I was able to defeat that player that was a couple levels higher than me. Okay, so now for the end of the video upgrades, my favorite part of the video, because that means I can upgrade stuff. You know what? I really have to upgrade smokes eventually. I spend so much energy on smokes when I use all Zukas. So let's start getting our smokes upgraded more. And as for what we should do outside of that, I really do need to upgrade my storage space, and I really don't have anything else to upgrade. My landing craft is maxed out, my gunboat is maxed out, all of my offensive buildings are maxed out, so now I just have to upgrade my support buildings, so storages. I think those are considered support. No. Economy, not support. So economy buildings I need to upgrade. So I'm going to keep upgrading my wood storages, trying to get those at a higher level just so I can hold more wood, but it's just something I need to do until I push up to level 37 where I can grab the next core level. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to use code COSMIC. It doesn't matter if you have a capital letter, and join our Discord server if you're 13 or over. And I'll talk to you in the next Boom Beach video. Bye, guys.